this is actually a stream, and I'm not breaking any rules. Why would you? Technical difficulties? Okay, technical difficulties. Confusing, but seemingly solved? Oh, no, I don't understand what happened. But let me restore chat, so that I can see you, if anyone so wishes to send me lovely messages. Today, we need to make ourselves smaller so we do not censor the screen. Oh my leg! My leg! Luckily, no one will see that I've mangled my legs. Aha! So today I'm creating kantan-chan, who is going to be the example girl for my waifu tier. A vtuber software says that I have a girl to develop a demo model, both to experiment with new features and also so that I can bundle her in with the software, unlike me, and this way people will be able to do whatever they want with her without them being able to pretend to be me. So I decided to to continue my pixelated style that I'm currently using, despite that the pixelated style I have currently is because I didn't have a art pad time of designing it, and thus I chose to do pixel art because pixel art is easier to manually fix with a mouse. However, people in chat told me that it was cute. Let me check to make sure my stream is public. My stream is public. This is lovely. Unfortunately, this stream will be relatively it can't go on too long because I am so advanced or so brave today.
Brave is an exaggeration, but okay.
I'm so brave today that I decided to stream despite me having something scheduled later in the day. Later this night. So, while lying in bed the other day, I had the thought, what if the girl I create has black hair? This way she's very different from me, who has white hair. People won't get them confused.
Oh, so you're just going to do a palette swap then, huh?
Maybe. No, it's not going to be a palette swap. I am more variable and versed in a wide range of activities than to do that. But today, where I'm not actually creating the model, I'm just creating the design. So the plan is to experiment with the various designs of girls until I find, and then I pick the best one. I commit to that being the girl that I like. I mean, not the girl I like, but the girl that we create and becomes the girl I'm creating in my new VTuber software. And then later I will eventually create myself and my VTuber software once the vtuber software is more stable. So what if she had straight hair? I once read a TV Tropes article that, if I'm remembering it correctly, told me that hair that looks like this and then it's long in the back. So we have 2 strands to go down each side part way. Then this is like a traditional Japanese hairdo. I've seen it in anime, and as you know, anime is definitely an accurate representation of Japan. At least it is in my world. Perhaps your dimension is different. So when deciding her, partly I'm tempted to make her look a little bit generic, because she is like the example. Examples aren't supposed to be too interesting or exciting. However, I also want her to look good. Oh, well, I'm not so good at drawing, curves that are curvy rather than, this shape up here. That's not a very elegant shape. I shall have to fix it in the future, I suspect. So maybe she will be wearing a sailor fuku, i.e. a sailor outfit. Because that's cute. I'm not wearing one, exactly.
You kinda are. In fact, if I remember correctly, in your own design docs, you thought of it as wearing a sailor outfit, but with different colors.
Okay, so this is true. But this one will be the classic white and blue and red one. If I remember how to draw it, at least. I may have to look up like a reference. On how to draw a bow. Two big loops. And then we also have like the strands that go down and the strands that go down. And then we need to add some depth, perhaps. The loops of the ribbon. Then she'll have cute floppy hands like me. The advantage of that is that it's cute. The disadvantage is that it looks like me. And thus, people might think that I am not I don't have a lot of variety in my actual creations. She needs to have breasts, you see, as I like breast physics. No, not that. It's because I have breast physics in my engine. I need to be able to test those.
Couldn't you, test it on other things that need to jiggle?
Yeah, but, okay, it's because I created it specifically for breasts, and then adding jiggle physics for other things uses a different system and it comes later. Okay? My keyboard seems to have randomly stopped working. Aha! We lost keyboard focus, that's the problem. Ah, yeah, hi, Ken! Congratulations on being my #1 fan! At least currently, as YouTube measures it. Yeah! We're making the example girl or designing the example girl for my... Yeah! You have a little crown because you've sent 2 messages since YouTube have started keeping stats, I assume. Oh, I've made the arms too skinny. Make the arms thicker. I believe it looks best when the arms are about the same thickness as the neck. Yeah! You are the... I think you do deserve the title of #1 fan because you've showed up. And you're like one of the most regulars, despite me streaming at all sorts of wild hours that make it hard for normal people to catch me. And then a pleated skirt. This makes this girl different from me. Please ignore the horrible accident.
Also known as sitting down.
Yeah, that. You see, my skirt isn't pleated. However, I recently learned that there exist pleated skirts, so this girl will have one. Another hair color so curly applies with this girl to have black hair, but I also thought maybe blue hair. I do like blue-haired girls. And blue is a nice color. And perhaps it can be like the colors of the app in some way. She looks a little like she's wearing a corset. Not that the corsets are bad. Perhaps if I was more adventurous, I too would squeeze myself into a weird hourglass shape. So pleats. Pleats? Let me think. Pleats work like this. And then it goes down like that. And that's how pleats look. But these pleats are wrapping around a circle. So we would have like this. Oh, I can just draw it on her originally and then erase. Let's actually move this down because that's way too much perspective. La 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 la. So a long time ago, i.e. last stream, which happened back in May. I had actually wrote a script ahead of time. Unfortunately, I guess that's maybe fortunately, I didn't make it all the way through the script. Which means I still have like things to talk about that I never got to. As if I run. Oh, I'm so bad at drawing pleats. Oh my god, I can never get them right. I was going to give them to my main character, but it never looks right. Ah! Maybe we can learn together. Or maybe I will end up agreeing with you that, wow, I need to draw this differently. So look at, this is not how pleated skirts work, but I'm tempted to draw like this. And just draw them such that we switch directions, which direction the pleat folds, at the top of the skirt. I don't think pleated skirts work like this, because when you've actually sewn these corners together, I think, in most pleated skirts. So this corner, it goes back like this. Oh, actually, no, I should go all the way up to the band, perhaps. Or is that the bottom of the shirt? I guess we'll have to find out. So it's the top of the cloth. So this goes all the way up to the top, and then it goes back, which means down at the bottom, it goes like that. Then up here, it goes all the way up to the top, because the fabric is sewed over, and then this actually extends further back. So this too will also make a straight line, and then what's hidden is that it goes back and curves around, so it looks like this behind the pleat. Is my theory. Because it's all pressed, which means it's all sharp corners in the fabric. We don't have gentle curves, unlike my skirt. Oh, I left myself upwards. Okay. Now it gets to the harder part. So this, we continue to sew them forwards, but the trouble is that as we get to this side, now we should be able to be able to see inside the fold. But it's all straight lines, which means we shouldn't be able to see inside the fold very much. Because now it's looking like that behind. Yeah! Oh wait. No, up here it's all sewn together, so we can't see any edges, but down below, oh, there's where the horrors are. So we actually have to think hard hopefully put the pleats in a sensible location. Not that this is a final draft, so we don't have to try that hard. But we just have to, like, try our hand at it. Okay, so this probably goes up like that, and then that's like a very sharp angle. But once we get to here, I feel like maybe we should attempt to draw the inside a little bit, like that. And then maybe we could even do this. At the very corner. Ah! My review is, oh no, no haircan you couldn't get them to go correctly? Sadly, I'm not sure if I can either. I could eventually learn, presumably. And then the hair in the back, whoops, want to go down. I love long hair, so I'm not going to ban myself from adding pleats, but like it's not super easy. I might have to think harder. So the obvious flaws I've made here is that the curve on this side is too big and these ones seem too pointy. I feel like I should actually round them out a little bit perhaps. Because it's far away from any support. And thus and thus like that looks a little bit better. There still feels like there's something wrong. Now one thing that's wrong is that we've drawn the pleats in maximum bold colors of black, which another thing that's likely wrong here is the spacing of the pleats, because they should actually be a bunch of really close pleats close together on the edge here. Like that's closer to correct. Still feels like mildly incorrect. I'm not, but also like the hips are wrong here, so I'm not going to put too much effort into it. So I want to try out a bunch of different things as the high-level conceptual thing rather than drawing with a final design. So for hair, it's going to go down to here, and it's going to be relatively straight. And then, whoops, too low. That's better. A little bit higher, and then we give her some legs. Her waist is here, which means she has hips that go down to like here. I like a thigh gap in my design, so I'm going to do that. So I think these ones are actually too curved upwards too much on this side. Now perhaps, I wonder if you could get away with drawing the pleats all perfectly flat. Like this, and have it come out looking a little bit good. Like I've drawn this skirt hanging straight down, which is always going to give it a little bit of a plain look. rather than having a poof out, because poofy out skirts are good. Drawing knees from the front, the great horror. And we're learning my weak grasp of leg drawing right now. This might actually be the first time in my life that I remember giving someone, at least the first time in my life recently. Those two don't go together. First time in my life and recently. It's been a while, definitely, since I've attempted to add kneecaps to legs. And I think it may have been a mistake. But maybe we can get some. Yeah! Drawing knees and legs in general is so hard. I avoid them at all costs. Yeah, particularly face on, because the truth is legs don't have that many defining details. So, I'm not going to put that much effort into this because, when I zoomed out there, I could tell that, this design is not quite what I want. Definitely. I want to try some other things, definitely. Namely, it's a bit too plain. I mean, her head is wrong, but I don't think fixing this will, like, fix some other design issues I've created. But, like, me as an amateur drawer, it's good to get practice. I mean, professionals need practice too, occasionally, but me especially so. As I no, actually, that's not true. Actually, true. I covered your entire. Oh, some accessories? That is a very good idea. Also, or maybe an ohegao? Wait, is that what? Ohegao? Nope, that's. No, not that. Oh, ohage. Ohage, i.e., idiot hair. So that is. No! I've done the classic mistake. But yeah, Cliff's. Also, her forehead is too wide. And also, I can give her, like, eyes that look good. Instead of, like, just blank circles. She has this weird lump in her head, which I shall fix. It's looking a bit better already. And maybe I shall give some life to her bangs instead of it being just a straight line. It could be a line with some curves in it. Perhaps maybe even like a part. This isn't what a part is, but like the thing where the bangs don't like hold perfectly together. because her head has shape. It's closer to us. Yeah! Thank you! And also, her eyes could be fixed. For example, she could have She could have eyelashes. Right now, it looks kind of like she's wearing glasses. Partly because this is like the traditional look of girls that have glasses in anime. Let's try V-drawing eyes. Maybe bringing the bangs in a little bit more now that we have room. These aren't bangs, these are like side hair. Thank you for the praise. I like praise. I mean, who actually, well, sometimes praise can be a little bit embarrassing, but like I think most people like compliments. There's a reason why complimenting people is considered a nice thing to do, though there are limits. Sometimes if you compliment people on things, it will seem inappropriate. For example, commenting on your boss's very luscious bosom, that's inappropriate. At least in most workplaces. Okay, that's a bit too big of an eye. Or if you're talking to Sundari, this is true.
Despite her protestations, Shifi Mikling's not above having a little bit of tsundere in her.
What? No, I'm not Sundari. Hi, Virgil! Welcome to the stream. There's a good chance you and Kantan-chan would be our more faithful audience members than I am as a streamer.
You seem to be giving her the exact same eye shape as you.
It's not because I think that eye shape is cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe that is really, really cute. Though perhaps I don't want to give her gigantic soulless eyes. Okay, her legs are too long, her feet are wrong, and this part's wrong. But now experiment with colors. Cinderella, I don't care. Even cute stuff loses its cuteness near you, like playing in your own field. I should take a dark eyes type quiz on stream. Oh, we will learn. We will learn how I'm definitely not tsundere, and I'm a dere, or perhaps maybe I'm a yandere. I'm probably not that cool though. Okay, now let's play with colors. Ah! Whoops! Need to fix the colors. Cindy! Well, Cindy, when girls like you talk in love for 1 minute and you get mad. Yeah, yeah. And the classic thing for a tsundere says is, uh, uh, oh, I don't even have a mad face. It's not like I like you or anything. That's the classic thing for tsunderes to say. That's how you know that they're a tsundere. Though, like, I think if you're not writing a satire, writing more serious work, you may not want to literally put that exact quote in it, because it might be too cliche. Okay, let me quickly look up what Sailor Fuku colors are. Sailor Fuku color. Sailor Fuku images. Copy image. We're doing a little bit of image piracy, you see, because I'm taking this image and then I'm going to display it on stream. Luckily, I hope it's fair use. Also, because, well, one, it's fair use because streamers are pretty tolerant, and two, TV Tropes uses this exact image, and thus we're liable to get away with it. Then we want a black that's a little bit blacker. Blue and blacks, safe fukus are cute. Ooh, perhaps I'm easily influenced, and I will take this and just color it the same way. Whoops, that's her skin. In fact, it looks like they often have lines. Perhaps I could copy this line design. Blue Man. Blue Man Group Anime Girl. It's for if you want to appeal to all the people who just love Mrs. Smurf, or Miss Smurf, or the girl Smurf. I don't know what her canon name is. So much. Oh, now she definitely needs a hair tie to match. Okay, using 2 layers was a mistake. We are going to merge it into the layer below because having 2 layers was too difficult. And now we take this color and put it up here. And now we fill this with blue. And then we make everything else. What? Ooh, that's very yellow. Ooh, that's very blue. Oh, I see. My mistake is because I didn't fill in the colors. We may actually go with much whiter. Because all these images, they happen in a context. And this is a contextless picture. Yo! What blue. I know her legs are wrong, but we continue anyway. Because we give her some absolute territory. So I've heard that this area is cold. I think she'll have whites. We will copy this reoccurring motif of having blue and white and give her a blue stripe at the top of her socks. And then we take white and we, whoops, she's not that pale. And we put it on the feet. Oh, an obvious fix here is that feet don't go wide like this. Nearly this much. But merely doing that will fix this. A non-trivial amount. And then they're flat on the bottom. Because you see, people stand on their feet. And that means that they wish to have flat spaces on their feet to stand on. Or if they weren't flat, they become flat. So now she needs a bit more ankle here. And here I am, fixing the thing I said I wouldn't fix. In this way, I'm also unreliable because, you see, I don't do things when I promise not to do them. There wasn't really a promise. Aye. We now shall trim away the weird lump, the tumor, the cancerous growth. Well, hopefully it's not cancerous, because I'm not certified to practice medicine. But luckily, there's no laws protecting the duty women from unlicensed medical practitioners. Hee. Okay, now we have to put skin on her. Whoops! Maybe let's have a look at the reference. Oh, I see. This is a bit of a wacky scheme, but what if we used gray here? Oh, that actually looks not too objectionable. Ah! And then we just need to add. Oh, wait, we need to add skin. We shall inverse flay. Skin tones are always hard to grab. Shall inverse. She's a bit too yellow, I think. Whoops! Ah! Oh, something I can practice is I saw a guide on how to draw skin. Maybe I should attempt to do that on one of these girls I'm drawing tonight. Okay, so now she needs eye color. She needs real eyes, not these temporary eyes of a solid black color. And that means we probably actually want a secondary color. And then we'll need to echo the secondary color somewhere else on her. Like I could give her blue eyes. That is an option. Hey, I do like alien colored inside mouths. So we could make her very blue, make the inside of her mouth blue too. I mean, if you chose to choose something, you could. Oh my. Yeah, once I went through and like actually what made the more of like selecting things to put on it, and then I abandoned it, and most of the things like fell out of availability because this is how Amazon links work. But you can suggest things if you want. And I might be impressionable enough. Oh, that's true. Oh, it's true. Um, I am impressionable slash easy enough to pressure that you may be able to suggest something, and then I may like accept it, even if I normally wouldn't suggest it for myself. You're so kind! Oh, thank you! Ah! Actually, I think a darker blue might look better. Whoops, we don't want enlargement, we don't want enlargement. We want exact size. And then we need to select this eye as well. Except for I actually need to fix this. Put in the blue. I actually want to move this highlight over. This is not how light works in real life, but I find that combining or mirroring eyes helps the character look like it's looking in the direction or looking straight forwards instead of the direction that the highlight is in. I like her! Excuse me. Will I take a moment to kiss the cutie on the screen? Okay. So that's option one. Now, let's try making another design. And then after we do, like, we make a few designs that are like spaced out, and then we choose which one we like best, and then do variants of that design. This might be a multiple stream task. So this next design, I'm going to try giving her blue hair. And I wanted to have her more disheveled. Oh, she could have eyelashes. Okay, so the next girl I create is going to have, she's going to have an ohoge, and I'm going to draw her with stylized round hands. Because this way, oh, and she can have short sleeves. She'll have short sleeves, stylized round hands, and ahoge. Yeah, that was me being very careful that I don't say the other word that sounds like that and has a different meaning that I accidentally said earlier this very stream. I'm thinking maybe she'll have a heart. A heart. Okay, 'cause that's cute. I also do like the anime antenna that are they've fallen out of fashion, but like their hair looks kind of like this, and then you have two strands that are really long, and they go like this. I like that look. You see it in Love Hina, in the main girl in that, and I want to do at least one design with that because it's a relatively rare design element these days, but I think I kind of like it and want to bring it back. And then she will have a head because this is something women are wont to have. Yay! Maybe she'll have like the little fake hair ears that some characters have. Oh, this is her jaw needs to be moved downwards. This is the advantage of drawing on the computer is that you can just move lines when you put them in the wrong spot. Now I've moved the jaw down too far. Maybe they actually just... Oh wait. What if we made the top of her head round? So innovative. Round heads? Too narrow. Ah, too asymmetrical. Bye-bye, jawline, you're confusing me. Maybe we draw it upside down. I'll be able to, like, mechanically move my hand about in the way that I need to make it look good. Though that does make it harder to tell if it's symmetrical or not. But perhaps that's good, because heads shouldn't be too symmetrical.
I think heads maybe should be symmetrical.
Ah, but hair shouldn't be too symmetrical, because hair is all flippy floppy. And thus, and thus, and thus, so by adding lines that are kind of this shape, they give a sort of like pathetic look. And I do like a pathetic look.
Is this because you're pathetic?
No, it's not that. Okay? No, I will deny it. Oh, thank you! Oh, you're so kind to me! Oh. You are, in fact, the first, Okay, maybe I'm a bit too embarrassed to say it. Whoops. Oh, I know the problem here. Oh. What if the hair came down in like a curlicue? Like an inverse. Oh, okay. Ken-chan, more evidence that you are potentially my #1 fan? Apologies to Virgil. Is that you are the first person to offer to give me financial rewards for streaming. Mwah! Very much. Okay, yes, it says you're #2, but I'm saying that just between you and me, I think maybe you are actually #1. I don't know why Virgil got to be #1 with so little messaging. I don't know what they did. Perhaps it's like looking at history? Who knows? Actually, no, this spiral needs to go the other direction to balance out the spiral at the top of their head. Yeah! Okay, but then this hair needs to be brought in. This is looking a bit too mainish. And that's not what this girl is about. She is not a lion girl. She is a human girl. Isn't it so neat to see human girls on the internet? I know traditionally bags under eyes are considered unattractive, and there's numerous numbers of products are meant to alleviate them. She's a candle girl, blushing softly in the gentle light, tiny flame with quiet grace, glows like love on every face. Oh! Wait, that's referring to me? Ah! Ah! Would you ever consider opening up commissions? I have not So before now, I had not considered it. Partly because I didn't consider myself sufficiently skilled as an artist. But if you're suggesting it, I will definitely consider it. Also, fave handmaker. Ah! I will definitely think about it. I shouldn't be fixing line quality. These are rough drafts. When I actually go to make the actual assets, when I go to make the actual assets, I will, whoops, too flat. I will like fix the lines so we don't have these things, which I consider to be subpar compared to lines that look like this. But my brush doesn't create those by default. Most of the time. So we want to go 1, 2, and then what if we make her really skinny like this? So the challenges of having commissions that I can think of right now is I would need to see if I can figure out a payment platform where I don't get doxxed when people give me money, because I'm a VTuber first and I'd rather not be leaking my various private information to people. But like, because businesses are set up, or financial systems and businesses are set up with the assumption that you know who you're dealing with. This is not a default feature of most payment systems, so I'd have to look into that. And the other question is, I'm now doing paid work for people. Thus I'd feel like, I need to make it good. And do I end up like making myself sad by trying too hard to make the art perfect because it's for business, and thus I feel like an obligation to be a good commissioner. That's not what it's called. It's called something else. A good commissioner. A commissioner is like a government official. A good artist. A good contract artist, and create said art. Why was this? No, that's incorrect. I want to keep that there. Okay. Now we've drawn her body. Give her a gentle bosom. So she's not entirely washboard-like. Not that I've ever seen. Have I ever seen a real-life washing board? Like, washing boards, I believe, are actually shaped like this. Oh, trying to hide that blush. Your gay cheeks, but your cheeks give in a rush, like a candle flickering bright. Like a candle flickering bright. Got red face in the light. Keep pretending, play it cool, but you're sweetest all the way. Oh, you guys are so kind to me. Let me come back. Hello. It's like a washing board. I think it's shaped kind of like this, because you want to scrub the laundry over the washing board. And that's flat as a washing board could mean that you have like 12 pairs of tiny sharp bosoms that you can scrape furniture over. Not furniture, but a different thing known to mankind. Ah, it's clothing. Clothing is the thing that washing boards are used to wash. As unfortunately in the ancient of days, we didn't have good detergents, and thus washing clothes was both a chore by hand and... Oh, now we get to the hardest part of the anime girl. What do I do about the waist? Let us steal Miku's design. Oh no, she's wearing a skirt, so that I can't easily, I cannot easily, okay. So how it works, oh look, oh actually Miku has very similar dimensions to this girl. See, Miku is, skinny, she has very little waist, so just kind of goes straight down. The teeniest of bumps, and then goes straight out. Oh, also look, there's pleats. We can use this to steal the pleat system. Oh, where did chat go? Aha, aha. Yoo-hoo. That's not what YH stands for. YH acronym. I type into my search engine. Ah, the AI is telling me it stands for yeah. The sources also agree with this, so it's not a lie that the internet's proffering to me. But anyways, you can see how I drew the pleats. So to draw the pleats, this artist... Okay, so here's actually the only pleat that's special. Oh, cute! Poetry is a very, very nice skill to have. I wish I was good at it, but I'm awful with words. Oh. I suspect poetry is a skill you might be able to get good at, or better at, though I don't deny there's probably some element of talent. So anyways, what this artist did is they took this pleat that's right here. Oh wait, no. Damn sorry about it. Well, that's okay. You get better by time. Also, Doki Doki made me love him more. Oh! Such cuties in my chat. Such kind people. So it looks like we have down, over. This is just up and across. anyways. So it's just straight down, maybe with a slight taper. Like, I always feel like that's too thick. Like I've made my anime girl not skinny enough to be optimal. Now, of course, real humans aren't like this. Real humans are aesthetically inferior because they have to design their bodies such that they keep organs and such in it. Also, unfortunately, many human bodies just grow, and then you're just stuck with it however it happened to grow. Which is suboptimal, in my opinion. Oh, I didn't even tell Twitter that I was streaming. Perhaps I should make a Discord server. The thing that scares me about Discord servers is having to be the responsible adult that actually, like, has opinions on acceptable behavior. Maybe it just looks bad when there's zero details on the... I could just get mods, this is true. I could, like, get mods and just, like, say the mods are entirely in charge of this. It's not my problem. Though if it's like an official server, it's like still under my reputation a little bit. That'd be a good idea. They'll be picky with what mods they can make it a good place or ruin it. Yeah! Yeah! I mean, a dubious scheme I have thought of is just invite somebody to make a fan server, and then I will link the fan server as if it was an official server, but noting that it's a fan server. Thus, it's not my responsibility. For the most part, I've seen everyone in chat's been chill, so I don't think you have to worry that much about it. You know, this is a good point. Like, no one here has, like, brought up controversial subjects or the truth is I've never actually had, like, outside of obvious spam, I've never had to, like, moderate, like, actually kick somebody out. As far as I remember, there's times when people in chat made me mildly uncomfortable, but that's part of being a streamer. And also I've made mildly, to be clear, nobody present has done this. Also I'm just, like, easily scared, and thus it's not necessarily good for me to, like, be too quick to ban everyone or anything that makes me uncomfortable. But you know, if it's like you and Virgil, I probably shouldn't need to worry too much about it. Perhaps. The other thought I had is I could just... Is there an obvious reason I shouldn't just, like, publicly post my, Discord username so people can just message me as strangers? And this can be a way of getting in touch with me? Like, my Discord account, if I make a Discord server, what matters here that... Oh! I mean, this is... On one hand, this is true. But on the other hand, I don't want to listen to the maximally comfy voice inside me, because it's the same voice that tells me, oh, don't talk to new people. It's the voice that tells me, oh, streaming? That's a little bit scary. Maybe you shouldn't do it today. And thus I have to, defy that voice to, actually stream. Yeah, so this is why I wonder why. So the theory is, I'm small. No one cares about me. I can let anyone who cares enough to DM me, and then, when it becomes a problem, for example, someone messages me more often than I want to reply back, then I can turn off DMs. But I've never seen anyone do this, so I was wondering if chat, being the wise people that they are, might know if there's an obvious reason that you know of that no one does this. But if not, maybe I will do it. I mean, the worst case scenario is I'm also scared of posting my name publicly or even sending out friend requests. Maybe not. I think maybe not your individual username, but server link is a good degree of separation. So to be clear, I have a separate Discord account for me, the VTuber, versus when I have to do spooky activities with real people. So anyways, what I will do, so the worst case scenario is that I have to make a new Discord account, which is not terrible. So what I'm going to do is I have convinced myself, and if I make a Steam account, or if I make a Discord account, and then I make a server, and I join the server from that account, everyone can just message me, and people can get a hold of my username that way, so there's no, yeah, this is the responsible thing to do, in my opinion. One, because I'm being a special sort of person. Anyways, whoops, that didn't come across correctly. Nope, that also didn't come across correctly. Oh well, anyways, the thing in red is my Discord account name. Both Can and Virgil are invited to DM me if you feel like it. I trust that you're both chill enough, that's not a problem. And if either of you two would be interested in being mods, if I actually set up a server, I would consider it, so you both seem relatively trustworthy. Alright, this girl has circle hands, according to the spec. How do they do Miku? Oh! Is it the waist is too low? Is this the problem that is afflicting me? It's I can put the waist at the bottom of the bosom. Yeah, you can add me to send fan out doodles. I'm happy to see fan out doodles. Also, Ken, now YouTube says that you're officially the best. You're the #1 fan. Sorry, Virgil. If you're super sensitive about losing it, I can be nice to you and stop bringing it up. Maybe can we angle the entire chest compartment? Maybe the chest. Maybe I'm micromanaging something that doesn't matter. It's okay, me chill, not even being interested in being a mod and such. Ah, sensible. I mean, on one hand, very much understand. I don't really want to be a mod either. This is why I'm trying to, this is why I kind of want to, like, push the responsibility off onto someone else. Exploit my fans for unpaid labor and such. I do wonder how often, like, how often do mods get paid? Do the mods of, like, corporate VTubers get paid? I wouldn't be surprised if the answer was no. Because the truth is... Oh! But you see, this is proof, Virgil, that you're very chill. Because you see, Can was #1 when she first showed up, and then you became #1 somehow when you first showed up, and then I don't know what made her switch back. I have no control over this, and it's a mystery. What causes the changes to me? I can probably mod if it's a small enough server. I expect, given that my current viewer count is 2, then yes, it would be a very small server. In fact, because, yeah, it'd be a very small server. If it starts getting big and unwieldy, I might just, like, not have a server, or I'd figure out something else. So, let's look back at Miku. She has very long legs. Look, her legs? So I think my guess is that currently it's measured in who has sent the most messages over the lifetime of their chat since they've been a fan. But maybe it has to be qualify for a hat. You have had to have messaged this stream or before that. But look how long Miku's legs are. They are like most of her body length. She's like 30% body and mostly leg. Steal, steal, steal the body proportions from the glorious Miku. Luckily, I think that this is fair use. Because I'm just like looking at it as a vague reference for what I'm not even drawing Miku. In bigger streamers that actually have like donations and such, it's presumably mostly measured by donations. A-line skirt. So these skirts are set, I think. And then, if we looked at Mika here, I just said, so we really only have one. Hi, spider! Ah, it's a spider!
That's not how scares work.
Fine, you're right. But it's nice. I really appreciate how faithful my fan base is, despite me streaming, a few times a year and not having like much of other presents. You fellows and gals all show up to watch me. And that makes me happy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I miss so many streams. I was away from the internet. Oh, that's okay. I mean, like, I think it's okay in that you are under no obligation to show up for any of my streams. Wait, what is this? Oh, it comes down. That's how you add the depth. So, like, it's tilted. Oh! Because the pleats are like, they are angled at the sides, and then they change angle to make it round. My dog Rover says, hi, hello dog. I hope you're being a good boy or girl. Yeah. I remember when I found you through a friend of mine who posted that papercraft they made of you a while back. I've never seen them in chat before, or though unfortunately. Yeah. I haven't seen her in a while. Cats is sleeping. Cats sleep a lot. Yeah. I too sleep a fair amount. For the past 3 days, I've been thinking, oh, I want to stream. Then I get to the end of the day, various things that distracted me from streaming. And then I think, I can stream. And then I think about it and I say, oh no, but I'm really sleepy. And unfortunately, I think I know from experience that I actually do like stream noticeably worse. If I'm like noticeably sleepy. How does it goes up? Oh, so we've actually angled this pleat too high, and then it comes out underneath. I see. I think the details get lost at this resolution, but that's interesting. I'm also drawing the lines only partway up because so they are quite so bold, even if, in theory, all the pleats like start from up here. She looks like she's sleeping. Hello, Tempais. We are drawing this now. Hiya! So I'm actually going to draw her hands up so that we can see them more easily. Actually, no, per design rules, perhaps we should draw one hand up and one hand down. Not design rules. I might draw a Pac-Man later with legs. Ah! I found your family favorite streamer since. Ah! I'm happy. I think you found me, like, on YouTube. Once, a long time ago, I used to stream on Twitch and I got rated. And then I switched over to YouTube because I wondered if like, since I was releasing more YouTube videos at the time, if that my subscribers to my YouTube channel would also see that I'm streaming and I'd get like more attention. This hasn't really panned out, however. I'm here now, and if I was to be successful, I'd kinda like to be successful on YouTube rather than Twitch, because you get more money. People get confused when they see flowers with legs. Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! I see. What an interesting practical joke. I mean, it's good and that's just mildly strange. That's the best kind of practical joke. Oh, her sleeves should have cut. Oh, wait, no, she has short sleeves. That was also something I put in the design spec. Which means we'll have to draw more flesh. Now let's look over. Did Flowey from Undertale have legs? Ah-hoo-ha-hee-ha-hoo-ha. Okay. Uh, Her head is a bit wide. Next, I'm going to draw pots with legs and connect them to the flowers with legs. Ooh! So we don't actually, so it's not a bow exactly. It's often like just two extended things rather than a rectangle with extended things, which simplifies the design. Did I hear Flowery? Yeah, from the hit game where Patrick Star is the voice of Sans. Wait, what? Wait, but Sans doesn't have a voice. He just kind of goes, and then out comes the message. So how is that Patrick Star's voice? Does Patrick Star? Oh, I did not realize this. That's braver with regards to copyright than I would be. But I am a copyright coward in many ways. And Flowey is Ronald McDonald. Oh, amazing. I mean, there's a good chance it's legal, since it's such a tiny amount. you're using? Or I mean, Undertale's using? Okay, I kind of feel like stylizing our hands like this, because we've drawn too many details and the rest actually looks strange. So I am going to be brave and draw a hand. The classic bane of artists everywhere. You're gonna eat my art? I hope you print it out as something safe, but I'm happy for you to adopt a diet of my art, assuming that it does not negatively affect your health. Nom 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 nom. I mean, you could perhaps use one of those there are like printers that can print onto like cakes, so you could get a cake commission of my art, I suppose, and then gobble me up or gobble it up. Whoops. So the key to drawing hands is the thumb goes about as far out as the base of the fingers. And then the connecting it to the rest of the arm seat. I'm gonna print out every single video image I can get and eat one every day. Oh no! I'm worried. What has Miss Cartilage been up today? What? Cartilage? I likely have real bones. Perhaps they're made of porcelain. Or perhaps made of explosive fingies. Okay, this is just a design draft. I shouldn't obsess with exactly where to draw each line. Hello, she says, because she's a friendly anime VTuber. You eat bones? Nom 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 nom. That makes you similar to a hyena. Artificial bones? Mostly. Oh. Where do you buy artificial bones? It's like I've joked at times that for artificial chicken, they could put artificial bones inside, so that you could have the full chicken experience in your artificial chicken nuggets. But I didn't know that you could actually get a hold of artificial bones. Gelatin! Oh! Gelatin is made from bones. I love gelatin. I love Jello, the gelatinous dessert. It's so wiggly and transparent are some of the best traits that food could have. Honestly, sight is overrated in how delicious food is.
It sounds like you might just have inferior taste buds.
I mean, that could be true, I suppose. Though I have no such evidence. Her wrist is too thick, so we shall thin it right up. And then we clean up the hand lines. But don't clean up the hand lines too much, I say to myself again, because that's not the goal of the stream. Because I actually need to draw all these assets all over again on separate layers. Yes, friend requests are totally fine. Um, I have sent friend requests to people, on Discord that I know less well than you, and then even if it turns out that I don't know what to put here. You're fencing me. I see. Um, Wait, I'll send one right now, though. Before I forget, I'll definitely send out once what I do with it too. Sure, that sounds great. I will, after stream, open up on my Discord and make sure I accept the requests. Oh! Okay, I'll send one plus two. Oh, I don't mind. Send whatever. Whatever, don't be worried about it. Okay, now for the great frightening. What if I cheated and just made her a lamia because then I don't have to draw legs? I don't like that. I don't like that very much at all. Maybe that's too much clothing for lamias to wear. Okay, there's legs. By the way, you didn't even, it does not have a slash. The slash was just me trying to keep Discord. It was trying to keep YouTube from displaying it in a funny way, but that didn't work. It's just a sheafy meekling, no space, all small numbers, small letters. Wait, if we're copying Miku, lovely Miku. Luckily, that was not a song, and thus I don't have to worry about someone coming after me. Otherwise, maybe this is unfounded, but I kinda suspect that the creators of Miku music are relatively chill about copyright. Who knows? I've never spoken to them. Oh, thank you. Miku herself is officially like the design of Miku. Oh, we've hidden a Miku, like not any particular artwork, but like Miku herself is licensed under a Creative Commons non-commercial license. But then there's the issue of the people who created the music, who bought Krypton software and then created music using it. And I don't know what they're like. But since I kind of suspect they'd probably be not too aggressive. I mean, the truth is, everybody's less aggressive with copyright than they could be, because in theory, like YouTube, excuse me now, I gotta go play some gacha. Take care and enjoy. Okay, bye, Virgil. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Ah! It's a monster attack! Oh no! Oh no! We need a better look at the monster to see what's attacking us. Ah! It's a monster attack! As everyone knows, monster attacks are best responded to with wild screams and shouts.
Don't worry, Shapey. I have a solution to this problem. Behold. Ta-da!
Oh! It's a non-canonical monster attack. It's a fictional monster attack, so it can't catch me. Whew! That means I can just erase it using my powers of an artist. Bye-bye. Ah! It's a canonical monster attack again!
No.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye, monster. We will now resume the originally scheduled programming. Oh, not often you have to defeat fictional monsters.
I mean, never do you have to defeat fictional monsters.
Person who made Vocaloid songs doesn't have any say in this sort of thing. Just loud opinions. Oh! Okay. I didn't know. I don't actually know, I don't understand what it is. I mean, in practice. In practice. Yes, you can do that. To make it, if you don't know my Discord already, it's just Shivi Meekling, no spaces. I've never actually looked into getting a hold of the license to buy Miko and what constraints would you follow. But making Miku songs could be kind of fun. It would mean that I could make songs without concerning myself with my own limited vocal talent. Someone I know heard of you and called you Hatsune Miku. What? Do they not know that there's more anime girls on the internet than Hatsune Miku? I can assure you that I'm not Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku is a much better singer than I. Go look at the reference. Okay, so what kind of leg coverings do you think is most appropriate for this gal? Maybe she'll have long, scrunchy socks. Oh no, she should have tall boots. They have thick, chunky boots. I like chunky boots. Okay, I will accept all the friend requests. I can lure you into a parasocial relationship. And then you'll be my friend.
Not much of a parasocial relationship then.
Okay, fair. I think the truth is, with small streamers, it's really more of a social relationship. Chunky boots. Should they be weird boots that are flared at the top? Or should they be chunky boots like this? You can also make use of the free ones. Yes! Kusine Tito, which is free and very popular. Yeah! That would be a more sensible option than what I actually did when I did a little bit of technically Vocaloid, is that there is open source. So there's Miku, who's proprietary, and she costs about $100, and then her songs are licensed in some way, I don't know. And then there's Tito, who is freeware. And then there's some other one, which I forget its name, which is open source. And open source means that it means that like you can access its source and you can use it for any purpose. Where there might be other restrictions associated with Tito, but like I'm happy to comply with such restrictions, since she's probably the best one available. And she's popular, so perhaps I should look into that sometime. I haven't made music in a while. I want to make music. Also, if I make one featuring Tito, then perhaps I can sneak in all the Tito fans, and then have maybe get views. Using the logic of bike being long for bi and bi being short for bisexual. Wait, the same person that called you. Same person said that he called you Hatsumiku said that if you own a bike, you are bisexual. Under the logic of bike being long for bi and bi being short for bisexual. Oh. I see. I mean, there is some logic to it. Using similar logic, we can deduce the correct plural of... Oh, my favorite is Adachi Ray, since her voice is very robotic, entirely made from computer sounds without a human voice provider. Ooh! So you could argue that bus, as in the large truck that you ride around on, the place where you have wheels that go round and round, this, the plural of bus, could be perhaps bi, because you see, bus is short for omnibus, and omnibus is a Latin word, and how do you pluralize Latin words? Why, the ones that end in us, you change it to bi, like cactus becomes cacti. So bus should be bi. She's really popular, and her creator made a real life robot of her. Ooh. I guess, in a way, what is her name? There's the AI VTuber whose name ends in Sama. I don't know. No, Sama! Yeah! She sings songs, so she's kind of like a Vocaloid, though a very different system. You're sketchy? Oh, you make my boss sketchy! Hiya! And then the boots should have a design on it. But I don't know what. Also, I'm tempted to give her fuzzy-topped boots, because fuzz is cute. She doesn't have enough cute accessories right now. Oh, I like this girl too! I might like her a little bit more than the last one. That's probably because I messed up the proportions in a way that leans towards cute, rather than messing up the proportions in one that leans towards less cute. Ah! You're sketchy? You're stretchy. No, sketchy. Sketch. Boom! Ha 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 ha! Oh no! I've been exploded! It doesn't really make sense for her to have fuzzy boots in the summertime. So back to non-fuzzy boots. And she must have fuzzy boots because she's wearing a short sleeve shirt. I mean, there's other reason to have fuzz, but I didn't see it. Wait. I didn't give her a hairpiece. You can have a fuzzy hairpiece? Or a hair decoration? She wanted to have a repeat of the texture. Yeah, so the proportions mistake I made here is that her body is too small and her head is too big. That just means she's chibi. I mean, yes, fair. Then we'll repeat the fuzzy texture here as end of tie decorations. Thumb, Ninja Anatomy. Ah! Yeah. Figure out. Yeah. I mean, I do definitely tend towards being hypercritical of my own work. That looks a little like she has a tail, but it's meaning just for her to have very long hair. Because the longer a hair is, the better it is. Particularly in anime land, where hair is not a matter of annoying maintenance. This fuzzy hair piece is to balance out the hair piece that we put over there. Okay, now we colorize her. No. Okay, that was that long pause was me saving the art. Okay, so we told ourselves that, okay, so we go look at this. So we have to have blue. Blue is like a requirement for sailor outfits. I mean, like, we can do a variant of a sailor outfit. But, like, I want to do a sailor outfit because it's a very generic anime girl thing. It's a very generic anime girl thing to, um, uh, pardon me, this is me, experimenting with different different tools. They also need noses. I don't know. Noses? Nah, noses are like. I don't have a nose. Look. Mm, They don't need noses. I'm a suffocated anime girl. I mean, no, actually, better. I'm mouth breather anime girl pro. What do you think sounds like ooh ah? Oh, hee 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 hee. Or other sounds that anime girls make. What are those? Why, those are just the sound of them breathing. Noses don't exist. They exist only if you turn your head. Nope. Oh, that's because of the fuzz over here? Oh, also because it's not sealed at all? Obviously it doesn't work. I don't know why I thought it would work. Woohoo! I forgot that I wasn't on a separate layer and I want to be on a separate layer. We're doing rough work, so I shouldn't worry too much about the details. We'll also have to think about how to make fuzzy things look good. In this rendering style at some point, though I will like switch rendering styles a little bit. You may look at this girl and say, she looks a little like a girl from Lucky Star, and you're kind of stealing her design? My answer is, I'm not stealing her design enough for it to be a problem copyright-wise. For one, my girl has hey cow, and she has fuzziness. Also, she might be wearing different clothing. Also, I think she's gonna have red eyes. Ooh, what do we use with a sailor suit? What do we use with a sailor suit? And the answer is this color. What do we do with the sailor suit? Early in the morning. Ha 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 ha. So I was watching Kill la Kill the other day, and I learned that the ending song for Kill la Kill in the second half of its season is like one of my favorite songs. That's Japanese. By Grioletto. Nope. Oh, maybe? No, the Grill Editor might be the name of the song. Uh, that song, I learned about it from that video on YouTube, back when I would wander around YouTube, listening to random Japanese music, and it's really good. And so I listened to it, and then I was so surprised when I got to the outro, Kill la Kill, and it was that song! Which then retroactively means I liked anime music the entire time. I mean, that's not too surprising, considering that, some of my more weebish habits. This is how I found one of my fave songs ended up being from Full Metal Alchemist. Oh! That's even more so because, like, or no, actually, no, it's quite similar because Full Metal Alchemist also is, is like a quite popular and famous anime. What if she was that little red fuzzy boots? Just like, I don't know, just like the movie version of The Wizard of Oz, but those weren't fuzzy and those were shoes. But like per the principle that you have to repeat elements in a design, which makes sense for her boots to be red. Though I was already planning her eyes to be red. And thus, like, this might be too much. I should also potentially try our yellow. I think it was one of the outros, but it was, Nana Kitade song, and I love her. Oh! I like it when people like things. Hope I didn't have good layer discipline and drew some colors on the wrong layer. Oh well, it won't matter. Yoo-hoo-hoo. Wait a moment. Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh. Aha. Get the white that we used elsewhere. Oh, that's real white that we've used elsewhere. Not the off-white that we use on the shirt. Not that we should pay too much attention to that, because it'll come through in the shading, hopefully. The contrast here isn't great. I'm a bit concerned that she's too blue. Perhaps we'll have to change her hair color to something else. But down here is like too blue extra because we have not given her skin yet. Ha he. Behold, get fleshed. Now we give her some real eyes. I actually have to decide on how her eyes will work, which is no trivial task. Bye! Bye-bye, Era Sans. Oh, your name, perhaps you're named after, the Patrick Star, voiced, actor from the Inevitable Undertales. Bye-bye! I can't, oh wait, maybe you were the one that didn't like kisses. Oh wait, no, I wanted red eyes, red eyes. We want to repeat red. It's not because she stayed up too long looking at her computer. No. It's because red eyes cute. Oh! I mean, to be fair, that's like a inherently horrific way of drawing eyes. Oh, not eyes, noses. I so rarely draw noses that I apparently forgot what they were even called. Furno eyes. Ooh, is Furno something special? Or is this, oh, Fumo eyes. Oh, I don't know what are Fumo eyes? I'm vaguely familiar with the word Fumo, but I don't really understand it. Toho Fumo plushies. Ah. So like I am fond of perfectly blank eyes. However, I feel like I will instead give this anime girl's eyes a little bit more life. At least some shading like this. I don't really like those eyelashes. What if she was like slightly angry all the time? That made a peak. Just slight changes in pixels significantly change expression. I don't want the generic mascot of my software to be too much of a jerk, though. Maybe she should have a smile. That is known to make people happier. Really? Okay, I meant it's known to make people, look friendlier. Oh no, this might actually look adorable. Hi! Hi! Oh! Maybe I actually love that. Or we could go like... Whoops! Or we could go like, we could give her the cat mouth. The mischievous cat mouth. When I first saw the cat mouth in anime, back when I first saw anime, I found the cat mouth. Whoops! You know what I'm talking about. It's when they have a split lip like this, or a lip that comes down a little bit. Sort of mischievous grin. I thought, look, oh, maybe she should have a skin tooth. Ah, a skin tooth on the right hand side. This is sort of smug look. And I, who am of course never smug, that's too big of a skin tooth. I mean, she could also have like a real tooth. That's not skinny. But let's try with a skin tooth first, because it's simpler and it isn't so much detail. Whoops! So how we look to add life to these eyes? Okay, I think life in her eyes actually does look better. is too high. Move you down a little. Actually, no, let's move you down. I don't feel like redrawing all of you. So mischievous grin. I like her. I hmm. I do like her. I think refinements can be made, but as like a speculative poink out in like the wild space of all possible. The wild space of all whoops! The wild space of all possible whoopsies. That's why we had her. That's what that layer was. Oh dear. Okay, they're all going a single layer. Merge with below. But I'm going to move you over a little bit so that we have more blank space. So now I want to do a girl. I want to do a girl who has Atenna. A love Hina type girl. Also, this is training for my ability to do line control. Alternative way would be to draw with a thick brush and then to use outlining tools, but... Do you want to make a Teletubby? No, I don't really find... Like, I know Teletubbies are targeted at children, and Teletubbies are cute, but... Okay, so let's look at Love Hina. Ah, so large and threatening you are, Love Hina. Oh, hi, Aerosans! I hope you have survived your scary journey. Did I? Oh, I pasted it as a new layer rather than as a reference image. That was my flaw. No, reference image, here you come. So I think actually drawing and then counter drawing at this resolution might actually be a mistake. Because look! Oh wait, her antennae here are relatively small. Perhaps I was going overboard with the antenna. But perhaps the creators of Love Hina just were not brave enough. Perhaps gigantic antenna is the future. So what color should this girl's hair be? What's another color of hair I like? I like black, I like blue, I like red. Pink. Yellow. They took the cockroach antenna. Oh, does she have like longer ones in some scenes? Maybe that's what I'm misremembering. What about orange hair? Orange goes well with blue, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Does it go well with pink? Some people may think so, but not me as much. Or gray? Well, that's a possibility. Like, we could literally copy Lavina and do brown hair. I mean, hair color is relatively easy to swap out if I'm doing variants later. Purple hair! Yeah, gray, gray might be a bit close to my current design. I mean, I like, so like, I consider my hair to be white, but to do our right hair, you technically are using gray. I mean, this is brown hair. If we look at this hair, they've colored this really gray. But we're doing very flat colors here. When we actually think about it, but no, I think I will do purple hair. Everyone's gone. Did I delete everybody? Oh, I deleted everybody. Save? Oh, that she also has hair vents. That's another classic anime trope that we've lost to time. Perhaps it will come back one day. Oh. Okay. Those are the antenna. Wait, I might make her even smaller? I make the antenna bigger, I say. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Do not limit ourselves to a tiny resolution. I love hair vents so much. Oh, I've never really learned how to draw hair vents. So we have my antenna. Curl at the ends. I love little curls. But maybe we should do hair vents. Okay, I at least want to try drawing hair vents and see how it comes out. So the idea of hair vents is that you make a triangle on their head. They draw a hair triangle. Wait, what? How do hair vents work? So we have this patch of hair in the front. And then we have hair like this. Hair like this. I think importantly, we have hair like this. And somehow, this looks good instead of feeling like it's going to look bad. So how do people feel about Discord servers that ping you every time the corresponding streamer goes live. Because my experience is that it's always kind of annoying that they ping people with everyone. On the other hand, everyone does it, suggesting that this is what people want. You know, maybe hair events do look good. Like I always thought they look good, but maybe when I just copy them like this, they still look good, despite me just kind of going silly with it. Yeah! Sorry if I stop saying messages chat. I'm about to play Among Us, but I will keep watching. Okay, no worries, no worries. I'm happy that you're just here. Maybe drawing tiny like this is actually good, because I feel very happy about the design I just made up here to test out hair events, and like doing lots of designs. It's probably better than like committing to any one design to do it for a really long time. Because we want to like explore design space and like try out a bunch of wild different ideas. See what looks good. Luckily, I'm a sufficiently bad drawer that there's no risk of me exactly copying a design, even if I'm looking at the corresponding design perfectly. That I'm kind of copying. Haha. Okay, but the important part of hair events is the shading, I believe. Let's get our shade. Opacity down. And shade in. Opacity up, actually. Yeah. I suppose this is how practice works, is that you copy things that are good, and then you get better at it. And then we want a light highlight color, and we go wild, wild, wild with it. How did that? Okay, so I do the hair events on this girl, gigantic. I like it. Ooh. Wow. Okay, that's cute. It's not the design I'm going with, but like hair events surprisingly do work. So here goes nothing. We draw our head, and we make it round, and or if we didn't make it round and also added hair vents to make her look a little more like... That might be a bit too much old style character design and not enough new style. It might make the design look a little bit dated. It'd be funny if in an anime they drew all the older generation, like all the moms and the fathers, like a 90s anime, and then they drew all the children, like a 2010s anime or a current anime. I guess I can just say 2020s anime. Oh, so my name on Discord is Virgil, as well as the MC of the Mikavyandre Sim as my PDF. No, my PFP, i.e. profile pic. Yeah. It probably doesn't matter that much because I don't get friend requests often. And also, I'll probably just accept all of them. But thank you for the information. Once watched an anime. It was absolute duo, to be precise. They had a girl who had hair that ended in rectangles. And I really liked how they have the look of having long hair that comes apart in ribbons at the end. With these also. When did you get the idea of making my VTuber model a candle girl? I'm not a candle girl. But it's because it's because I am possessed with Vex.
And thus sometimes I make sarcastic comments, you see.
But a way to represent that is like beings as like a flame is like an established trope, and like having eyes that open up as like an eye on the forehead. I experiment like you need another pair of eyes or a way to represent possession. So I was going to have like an eye open up. I experimented with various places, but like the forehead is really the only place you can put another eye. Like these are all good things I'd think about. If we ignore the fact that, of course, I look like my VTuber model in real life, you see, and thus I didn't design it. I just exactly copied me, you see. That definitely happened. And then I just started, and then I tended to draw effects like taller and taller until she's as tall as she currently is. That's all I remember about where my current design came from. But the truth is that having an eye open up my forehead wasn't that readable, and I spent a lot of work trying to make it clear that when Vex is speaking through my body by controlling my limbs and mouth, that it's clear what's happening. Hmm. I guess. I see. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. How polite. I guess I could have you a girl with twin tails and hair vents. That's cute. Oh. I think when I finish this design, I will uh end the stream because I can feel myself getting fatigued and wanting to cheap out on like actually designing designs. What was this? What does this line represent, I wonder? Who knows? It's truly a mystery. No worries, whatever makes you comfy. Aww! My chat's so kind to me. Watching stream on something not signed in, so I am still watching, but bye from this count. Okay, bye! Ba 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 ba. What if the skirt? Ooh, that would be a bit immodest. And while I may have my fair fan service, I am perhaps not quite that brave. Yellow and purple go great together. It's Joker colors. Wahahahahaha. Why she looks sad? Oh, it's because I drew her mouth upside down. That's the reason she looks sad. Also because maybe I have a fondness for sad women. She can be happy though. Perhaps it was bad. Happy is the default state of but she had little tiny fangs. She needs pets. Oh! Pat, 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 pat. Look, she's happy now. Yay! I thought the darkness was going to eat her. No! 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 It's the kind darkness. Whoever made her skirt like really floofy. Like I've tried all the other people with relatively restrained skirts. Also, she's very wide. Memory gland. What if she had striped socks? What am I doing? I mean, I drew a very low resolution as I cut, which I guess was wise, but it means that drawing details is hard. Which I guess is kind of the point. Lighter shade. Ta-da! Concept art is that? Ah! I mean, this is all concept art. This is all, all the art that I drew in is a reference. This is all concept art for when I'm actually going to design. Then someday I'm going to actually like draw actual assets for my new VTuber program. Her name will be Can Can Jen, and she's like the bundled VTuber model that comes with the software I'm making. Plus, also, she's the one that I'm going to work on developing in various ways to make her more complicated as I add features to the program until I feel like I've reached parity with enough that I can make myself in the program. And then I will be using the new program. Oh, thank you. Mwah. Have some lovely kisses, Virgil. Do you take your name after the Devil May Cry protagonist? Or are you named after the poet, perhaps? Who? Rotenied, I believe. It was the co-star of Dante's Inferno. Yeah, after the... Ah! The very complicated move sets of of Devil May Cry does, like, make me kind of want to play a character action game. Add in the hair and shading. Yeah, it's combat, not gonna lie, but fun. Yeah! I mean, I've played fighting games some, and I like them. Though I think the competition of it and how I'm actually not good at it, it has a tendency to make me sad, and thus I don't like them so. I don't like. I've quit playing I used to play Brawlhalla, but I quit playing it because I was like, it was making me sad because I kept losing. Which, to be fair, it's competitive. Like, you're not expected to lose. But character action games, they also have the same complicated movesets. But you're fighting NPCs, and thus, you can win more often. Like, she's not bad. She's... This girl has a cute expression. I like her. So the biggest problem with this one, I will just annotate. I don't like color. Uh, can I say skill issues or really start crying? I mean, if I start crying, then it will be content. So you could say it anyway. But no, you can definitely say skill issues. It is skill issues. I mean, chat can be a lot meaner to me than chat is in practice. When I'm watching clips, whoops. When I'm watching clips, I often like the clips. Chat and the VTuber have a sort of antagonistic relationship. No, I will feel bad. I'm not a sadistic lol. Fair, fair. Okay, so I know. Ooh, okay. So unfortunately, I kind of want to draw another girl real quick. But it's kind of late, and unfortunately, I have something scheduled at 7, or not actually scheduled at 7. I have to like get ready for the stuff that's scheduled later, so I shouldn't like stream past 7. But I had some other ideas I want to quickly sketch. But I don't remember what they were, so perhaps they will have to go. What about a girl who's like really genki and happy? Yeah, other value emotions and understand how their talk can affect others. Oh, others should value emotions and understand how their talk values us. Yeah, I agree. Definitely a common life. I agree that people should be nice. It's a little bit more complicated in the case of VTubers because I am, and VTubers in general, are putting on a show, and like I'm willing to like suffer a little bit for the sake of a more entertaining show. On the other hand, I can't cry because I don't have a crying emote made. You're way too cute to get negative. Oh! Yeah. Was that you admitting to be cute? What? No. So yes, I think this is like actual how it works in that the streamer reflects chat and all that. And thus, if I wanted to have an antagonistic relationship with chat, I would have to like actually be mean to chat, and I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be mean, even if it's for content, and even if the other people are good, happy to do it. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Ta-da! Anyways, thank you for coming by to the stream. I appreciate it. Ah, be gone, creepy. No, you're not creepy. It's okay, it's okay. Ah! Okay, I'll be rude here. No! I mean, me and my personality and ways that I think, ooh, that could be fun content, do not always align. For example, part of me feels like, admires the you're very welcome! Part of me admires the more lewd or fan servicey VTubers. And sometimes I kind of want to do that, but it appears that in practice, the bounce, look at my breasts, jiggle is not the kind of person I am. Bye-bye. I hope you all have a lovely day. And thus we end the stream, but making continual progress towards releasing the software, perhaps. Maybe it will be released in 4 years or something. Bye-bye, and good night. Mwah. One of the disadvantages of YouTube is how you can't raid people until you get big. There's less of a community amongst star streamers. Bye bye!